Shalom, everybody. Welcome to the Halacha Le'iyuna. The Rambam tells us in Peidik Vov Halacha Tes. The Rambam says, "Ein hamispalel mafsik tefilosei elo mipnei sakonis nefashis." In order to stop shmoneh esrah, there has to be a real sakonis nefashis. Afilu melech Yisrael shel b'shleimei le'yishavenu. Even if a Yiddish king asks him how you're doing, don't answer him because he's not going to kill you. But if it's a melech goy, he could answer Shema Ya'agenu because he might kill you. If you're davening and you see a melech goy coming towards you, says the Rambam, Yikatze. And if not, you stop in middle shmoneh esrah. The same as if you see no choshim v'akrabim coming. If they're for sure they're killers, you could stop shmoneh esrah. And if not, you cannot stop shmoneh esrah. Now, they bring a Tesis Rabbeinu Yoino. The Tesis Rabbeinu Yoino says that we see here from the Rambam that he could only move if it's sakonis nefoshes. Because the Rambam says, Poisiku beireach. He doesn't say poisik and he kills the snake. It's a raya that moving is also a problem. Even though sometimes you're allowed to move, if you have a baby crying, you're allowed to move to make sure that you could continue davening with kavona. So it's brought down in the Mishnah Brura. Another halacha is if you're davening shmoneh esrah and the chazan is waiting for you and you can't have kavona, it's too much stress, you're allowed to stop in the middle. So he starts chazar sashatz and then you could continue davening. So I guess it depends if you're running for the shmoneh esrah or you're running to have more kavona, to take away the thing that's bothering you, then you're doing it for the king. Or if you're running because you're scared, you can't have shemachalek zayin. But there is an interesting shaila here. There is the Ma'aseh Rekeach. On the Rambam brings the Gemara in Brochus. The Gemara says there was a chosid that was davening, and he didn't stop. It was real pikuach nefesh, and he explained the Goyish king. He wasn't skimpy. He explained him that he was davening to the Rebishter. But l'choira, we know that the greatest source in halacha is a Ma'aseh Rav. If it's brought out in the Gemara story, we paskin like that. So why the Ma'aseh Rekeach answers, why don't we paskin like that? That even if it's a real pikuach nefesh, you shouldn't move. So the Ma'aseh Rekeach answers. He brings from a sefer called Zahav Seva. He says that after the story, it says, Niftar Eisei HaChosid Lebeisei L'Sholim. That Chosid went home. But not necessarily do regular people do that. It was Oisei Chosid. That means, very fascinating, that it depends on your bitachoin. The Rambam is paskening halacha for everybody. And the Rambam says if there's sure pikuach nefesh, sofik pikuach nefesh, a melech goy, or sofik from a poisonous snake, yafsik. The Gemara in Brocha says there was a chosid who did it. That was because he had tremendous bitachoin. You can't be mechayiv that in a sefer of halachos. I heard a story of my mother's cousin, Abchai Meir Mikowitz, from Montreal, of Hasholem, special man. It came time to say Kaddish for his father. So he asked the Rebbe, does he have a chiyuv to where he lives? He's doing business, he can't get a minyan. Does he have a chiyuv to stop his work, move to New York and say Kaddish every day? Or should he continue doing business because his brothers are saying Kaddish, so his father is being said Kaddish for? Does he have a chiyuv? The Rebbe answers him, you don't have a chiyuv. You can make panos. But the Rebbe tells him, I don't know your midas habitochen, but if you have a strong bitochen, move to New York, and the Eibishtet's in choosing panos. What happened was that he moved to New York, and then he had a deal in Ireland that he made panos, made up for that year and a lot more. But you see here the same gang of the Rebbe. The Rebbe first told him what the halach is. The halach is that you don't have to move. Panos is important. But if you have a strong bitoch, like oisoi chosid in Masechta Brochas, then you could do it, but it depends on your bitoch. The same nekuda that the Rebbe told him. But the Chayla, there's a kasha here in the Rambam. Just want to finish with a kasha. If you have a case of pikuach nefesh coming towards you, your anxiety level is very high, and how could you have kavanah for davening? So my question is, why, if there's a baby crying, or there's anything else stopping from having kavanah, there you're allowed to move? And why by pikuach nefesh you can't do something to take away your anxiety level, and you have to continue davening, even if it's something that causes you great distress? And the beer is like this. The Rambam writes in yesterday's Rambam that Tefilah is kavanah. The Iker Tefilah is kavanah, to think that you're standing before the Shekhinah, between someone who controls the whole world, who could do everything. Part of it is to know that he'll take care of everything. And mivav tzich alayin Eibishter's hand. So it's going against Tefilah. You're standing before a king. Melech Bosav Adam. Cell phone rings, emergencies come. You're busy. You don't turn around to talk to people. Halachas kam v'kam v'neighbors. But if it's something which is matrid you and doesn't allow you to have kavanah to the Rebbe, you could say, stop, I'm trying to listen. Anyways, all the Rebbe helpful. I'm sicher sein, so have kavanah, davening number one. And we should have the higher level of bitochen, and we should all have great nisim. God bless you all.